Right now, you're only seeing a fraction of the internet, a tiny lit-up surface floating above something vast and invisible. Everything you've ever Googled, every website, every social media post, represents less than 4% of what actually exists online. The part you know, Google, YouTube, Wikipedia, that's called the surface web. Indexed, searchable, public. But underneath it sits something enormous, the deep web. And no, it's not what movies told you. The deep web is simply any web content that search engines can't index. Your email inbox is deep web. Your bank account is deep web. Medical databases, private corporate networks, classified research archives, all invisible to Google, all technically deep web. We're talking about 500 times more data than the entire surface web combined. 500 times. So if the deep web is mostly just private, password-protected data, what's the dark web that everyone whispers about? The dark web is a specific, intentionally hidden layer. It requires special software to access. You can't stumble in by accident. The primary gateway is called Tor, the onion router, built originally by the United States Navy. Tor bounces your traffic through at least 3 encrypted relays around the world before it reaches its destination. Each relay only knows the previous hop and the next. Nobody, not even the relays, can see the full path. This layered encryption, peeled like an onion at each hop, is why it's nearly impossible to trace a Tor user's real location. Sites on the dark web use .onion addresses, strings of random characters that only Tor can resolve. These aren't registered with any domain authority. They exist only within the Tor network, invisible to the rest of the internet. Now here's what most people get wrong. The dark web isn't just criminal markets and stolen data. Journalists protecting sources, dissidents in authoritarian regimes, whistleblowers, human rights workers. These are its most important users. The BBC, the New York Times, and even Facebook operate official .onion mirrors, so people in censored countries can reach them. So the hidden internet isn't a single dark place. It's a spectrum, from the mundane to the extraordinary to the genuinely dangerous. And most of it, the vast majority, you've never seen and never will. The question is, what's actually down there? The dark web. It's not a place you stumble into. You need a special key, the Tor browser. Tor stands for the Onion Router. Built by the US Navy in the 1990s, originally designed for secure military communication. Your data gets wrapped in layers of encryption, like an onion, and bounced through volunteer servers worldwide. Each relay only knows where the data came from and where it goes next. No single node sees the full picture. That's what makes it anonymous, virtually untraceable, if used correctly. Sites on the dark web use .onion addresses, scrambled strings of letters and numbers that no search engine indexes. Journalists use these hidden services to receive leaked documents, safely, anonymously, without putting sources at risk. Dissidents in authoritarian regimes depend on these networks to organize, communicate, and survive. But the same anonymity that protects the vulnerable also shelters the criminal. Hidden marketplaces have sold drugs, weapons, and stolen data, operating like Amazon with ratings, reviews, and customer service. Silk Road, the most infamous dark web market, processed over $1 billion before the FBI shut it down in 2013. Its founder was arrested in a San Francisco library, caught because of basic operational security mistakes. Dozens of markets rose to replace it. Law enforcement began sending undercover agents into these hidden spaces. The CIA, NSA, and Europol all operate within the dark web, hunting threats, planting informants, mapping criminal networks. How large is the dark web? Estimates suggest tens of thousands of active .onion sites, growing constantly. Most of them are mundane: forums, personal blogs, experimental platforms. Only a fraction harbor anything dangerous. Cryptocurrency made the dark web economy possible. Untraceable transactions, no banks, no paper trail. But blockchain analysis has cracked many cases, proving that true anonymity, even here, is harder than it looks. The infrastructure powering all of this, millions of hidden servers, runs 24 hours a day, unseen, unindexed. The dark web is a mirror of humanity, its courage, its creativity, and its darkest impulses, all encrypted and hidden in plain sight. The internet, you know, is a single lit room in an endless, sprawling mansion. Beyond that door, encrypted tunnels, hidden servers, anonymous voices fighting for freedom, and others surrendering to darkness. The deep web protects your medical records and your bank account. The dark web shelters whistleblowers and haunts investigators. Both exist because privacy is not a crime. It is a human need. The real question was never what lives in the dark. The real question is, what kind of internet do we choose to build? And who gets to decide what stays hidden and what comes to light?